All right, hello, happy Friday. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our February week 3. All right, unfortunately, next week 4 is gonna be another week of online lesson. So we are not going back to physical just yet. I mean, for those who are going back to physical. All right, yes, hello everyone. Wow, it's a very happening day today. I see so many students around here. Okay, so if it's your first time, then welcome. Okay, anyway, so what are we doing today? Yeah, today there won't be anything too heavy because, like I said, last week we have already finished a very vital part of this chapter, which is this thing. Okay, you still remember this thing? I already told you this is the most important page of this chapter. Okay, just a quick revision. Basically, what happens here? You have your alveolus doing gaseous exchange. Okay, sucking in oxygen, breathing out carbon dioxide. And when blood comes from your heart, it is all deoxygenated. That means they have no oxygen. So what they are doing, they will get oxygen and throw out carbon dioxide using something called hemoglobin. Okay, hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the lorry that carries oxygen. Okay, so this one will combine with oxygen and form oxyhemoglobin. Okay, now your blood is oxygenated. Yes, okay, you keep this page, thank you. And then you go back to your heart, and then your heart will pump this oxygenated blood to your body cell. And then if your body cell needs oxygen, your hemoglobin will throw that oxygen to them. All right, so your alveolus has 4 adaptations. Like I said, these 4 characteristics you need to memorize. What makes your alveolus so good in doing in gaseous exchange? Number 1, because they are very thin. They are only 1 cell thick. Okay, so diffusion can happen very quickly. By the way, it's diffusion. The process is called diffusion. Okay, they are very thin. Number 2, they are moist. Okay, if your surface is moist, absorption can happen much quicker. Like I said, if you wipe your table with a wet cloth, it gets clean much faster. And of course, it has large surface area. You have a lot of alveolus in your lungs. Like I said, as big, as wide as a tennis court. You have tennis court inside your lungs. Okay, and of course, you have a network of capillary. Okay, you're surrounded by a network of capillary so that they can easily carry oxygen and throw carbon dioxide away. All right, so this is the most important page, guys. How your red blood cell carries oxygen around your body and give it to your body cell. Okay, I think I told you this last week. This is like your Shopee delivery truck. When you buy something from Shopee, early in the morning, the Shopee lorry will get your parcel, and then they will go to you and deliver you your parcel. And they also behave like a rubbish truck. They will carry your rubbish back to this place and throw the rubbish away. Okay, they kind of work that way. Anyway, so today what are we learning? Let's go to 2.3. Okay, today let's talk about respiratory health problem. Okay, today I will spend a lot of time talking to you about smoking. Okay, and as you know, smoking is really bad. Okay, all of us know smoking is bad, but how bad is it? Okay, so today let's talk a little bit. This page, I wouldn't say it's important. It's more towards general knowledge. So in exam, they won't really ask about this page. They do ask this in those K-BAT questions that requires you to think. Okay, real life example, real life application question. Okay, so anyway, let's look at the first thing, harmful substances. What are the things you don't want in your lungs? Okay, certain things in our lungs it's certainly bad news. Okay, so let's look at harmful substances in your lungs. Okay, the first and foremost, this goes without saying, the worst thing you can put in your lung is gonna be your cigarette. Okay, cigarette smoke. And wow, this one I have so many things to talk about. Okay, your cigarette smoke has 5,000 chemicals inside. Okay, this is no joke. They even mention it on the packaging. Right? So I mean, if your parents or whoever smokes you look at the packaging, it says don't know what, rokok mengandungi 5,000 jenis bahan kimia or whatever shit. Okay, and this is trying to discourage you from smoking. Okay, they will tell you there's 5,000 chemicals in the cigarette. Okay, and yes, they even put those disgusting photos telling you, oh, when you smoke, you see, you get throat cancer, you get lung cancer. See how black your lung is gonna be. But do you think it works? Hell no, it doesn't work. Okay, because you see smokers, they still smoke like crazy. Okay, they say, "Aya, this thing is just scare tactics lah. It's not gonna scare me. I'm just gonna keep smoking." Well, if it makes you happy, then who am I to stop you, isn't it? Okay, if you really want to stop, then you will stop. If you don't want to stop, whatever shit I say to you, it means nothing to you. You will still continue smoking, isn't it? All right, so let's look at your cigarette. Okay, what is inside your cigarette that makes it so dangerous? Number one is gonna be your tar. Okay, do you know what's tar? Tar is the thing you use to pave your road. Okay, you know your tar? Okay, whenever you are fixing a road, not Tunku Abdul Rahman, why are they showing Tunku Abdul Rahman? Okay, this is tar. Okay, this is tar. Next time, when you see they are paving the road, okay, by the way, if they start paving the road outside your house, you know election is coming. Okay, so when they are paving the road, they will put some kind of black color stone on it, and then they will pour some kind of black color liquid on it to kind of stick it. That's the tar lah. Okay, so imagine that tar you put on your road, now you're putting it in your lungs. Okay, you might say, "Sir, why would I do that? Why would I spend money and spoil my health like that?" Exactly. Don't ask me, I'm not a smoker. Go and ask those smokers. Okay, and you know what's the best part? You know what's the best part? Smoker, they will tell you. All the smokers I've talked to, you know what they say? Don't smoke. Smoking is very bad. Bruh, then why are you smoking? Why are you telling me not to smoke, but you yourself are puffing away? This is such bullshit, you see? Okay, that's why I cannot understand the logic of smokers. Okay, hey, you think smoke is very cheap? You're gonna ask your dad how much is a pack of cigarette? Okay, anyway, I'll talk about that later. Okay, so what else other substances is in cigarette smoke? Okay, these are among the few. Okay, number one is gonna be your cadmium. Okay, you know what is cadmium? You can find cadmium in your battery. Would you put battery in your body? No, you wouldn't. This thing is super toxic. You want to get cancer? Cadmium does it. Okay, stearic acid, toluene, nicotine. This is the thing that causes that addiction. Okay, ammonia. You know what is acetone? You know what is acetone? Oh, this is a very wonderful substance. You know what is acetone? Okay, does your mom put on nail polish? Or your sister put on nail polish? Sometimes they don't like the color. They will use something called the nail polish remover, and then they will wipe it away. And you will know your mom is removing her nail polish because the whole house smells like that chemical. That is acetone. Okay, it's like putting nail polish remover into your lungs. Okay, no brainer, isn't it? Why the hell would you do that? Exactly, why the hell would you do that? Okay, would you put acetone in your lungs? Okay, next, methanol. Methanol is alcohol. Okay, cyanide. You know what is cyanide? You know what is cyanide? Cyanide is the poison used by CIA spies to kill themselves. You know how poisonous cyanide is? Just a few grams of cyanide is enough to kill an adult in less than 3 minutes. This thing is a neurotoxin. Okay, if you have studied World War II, how did the Germans kill the Jews in the concentration camp? They use cyanide lah. Okay, you smell cyanide in a few minutes, you will drop dead. Okay, so in that cigarette you have cyanide. Wonderful, isn't it? Okay, and of course you have arsenic. What is arsenic? Arsenic is used in rat poison. Okay, you know how is rat poison so poisonous that can kill rats so quickly? Because of the arsenic. Okay, and methane is your cooking gas. Butane is your cooking gas. They're very flammable. Is there an antidote? The antidote is to stop smoking. Okay, so you see, why would you put all these things in your body? I don't know. Okay, you know what makes cigarettes so addictive? It's because of the nicotine. Okay, this nicotine, by the way, just to tell you, this is a stimulant. You know what's a stimulant? Okay, stimulant is a drug, it's a substance that makes you awake. Kind of like coffee. Okay, in coffee, you have something called caffeine. Caffeine is the stimulant. Like me, I'm a sucker for caffeine, okay, because every day I need 4 cups of coffee to function. Nothing less. Okay, 4 and above is my minimum coffee. Okay, so same goes to people who smoke. Why do they smoke? Because they are looking for that nicotine rush. You see, smokers, when they are awake, they will go for smoke. Okay, after they finish when they go for morning shit, okay, when morning you shit in the toilet, they will smoke. After breakfast, they will smoke. After lunch, they will smoke. And then after tea time or whatever, they will smoke again. After dinner, they will smoke. And then before bed, they will smoke again. Yes, even whenever they feel there's no kick in them, they want to feel more alive, they want to be more stimulated, then they will smoke because they are looking for the nicotine. Okay, so this is why have you heard what is the cigarette candy? I don't know what is it called. Okay, if let's say today you want to give up smoking, you don't just quit cold turkey. You know, it's cold turkey. Cold turkey means you immediately stop everything. I mean, you can do that if your willpower is strong enough, but usually that's not the case. Okay, if let's say you smoke like 1 or 2 packs per day, that's like 20 something cigarettes per day. If I were to tell you to stop cold turkey, you can't take it. Your body will experience something what we call withdrawal syndrome. Okay, let me ask you something. I'm sure some of you here are addicted to social media. You name your poison lah, be it Facebook, Instagram. I'm sure when you're on Instagram, when you look at stories, you will just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Okay, you might do it without even yourself knowing. That's an addiction, my friend. Okay, if I suddenly tell you one day you have to stop all forms of social media, I don't care whether it's Snapchat or TikTok or Instagram, whatever, you will feel like shit. You're like, ugh, I can't take it. Your hand is so itchy, you can't stop yourself. You want to press on that stupid logo. I just want to look at that post. I want to find out what my friend is up to. You see, addiction is like that. So you cannot just quit cold turkey. Same goes to smoking. You cannot quit cold turkey. So you can go to pharmacy. They will sell something called nicotine candy. Okay, nicotine candy. That means instead of smoking, you take this candy to replace the nicotine you need. You're addicted to due to IC, whatever social media you're addicted to. Okay, so you will eat this nicotine and you will replace that nicotine. And slowly, the doctor will ask you to reduce the dosage of this candy. Maybe today you eat 10. 1 week later, you eat 8. Okay, another 2 weeks later, you eat 6. You slowly taper down your nicotine so your body can get used to it. This is how they quit smoking. Okay, but here's the thing, guys. I don't care whatever method you use. The best way to quit smoking is by willpower. Okay, it's by willpower. Do you care about your family? Do you care about yourself? You have to know, if you smoke a lot, if let's say you are the dad, you smoke a lot, you die because of smoking, who's going to take care of your family? Right? And not only you are poisoning yourself, you are poisoning your family as well. Okay, have you heard of what is secondhand smoke? I'm sure you have. And have you heard of third-hand smoke? You know what is third-hand smoke? Second-hand smoke is when I smoke, you smell my smoke, you get that second-hand smoke. Third-hand smoke is when I smoke. Okay, I'm sure your house has all this fabric material. You have carpet in your house. You have sofa. You have your mattress. All these surface they will absorb that smoke particle. And when you sit on them or when you lie on them, the third-hand smoke will come out from there and you will absorb the smoke. That is what we call third-hand smoke. Okay, so I don't care what you say. I don't care how much you need that smoke. Smokers are selfish. I don't care. Okay, there I said it. Smokers are very selfish. Why do I say so? Because my dad died because of smoking. Okay, he just refused to quit, and when he died, he left behind a huge debt. Okay, that put me and my mom into this serious financial crisis for 10 years. Okay, I hated him for that. Okay, so for the love of God, if you really love your family, you don't give yourself all this kind of bullshit. Oh, I need smoke to keep myself alive, to keep myself awake. My life is very stressful. My work is very stressful. Bull freaking shit. Okay, you are just selfish. Stop smoking if you care. Okay, if you have a baby coming, would you smoke and poison your baby? If you do, then you are a terrible human being. Okay, yes, I know when I say this, I might offend a lot of people, but I don't care because that's the truth. Okay, your dad smoked before you married your mom, after marriage you smoke, then that's good. That's good. If you want to stop, you will stop. That's about willpower. It depends on whether you care or not. Right. Hey, guys, smoke is not cheap. Okay, let's talk about the finance of smoking. Okay, if you smoke, okay, do you know the brands of cigarette? Okay, if you are those rich fellas, okay, cigarette has many brands, by the way. Okay, if you smoke those Dunhill or Marlboro or whatever, those are the premium cigarette. Okay, and they are not cheap. Not cheap. One pack of cigarette easily costs you 20 something ringgit. Okay, let's just say it's 25. Okay, let's just assume it's 25. All right, so how many packs of cigarette? Cigar is expensive, but cigar you don't smoke a lot. Okay, I smoke cigar too. Okay, but cigar is more of an enjoy thing. It's not cigarette. Okay, that is that is not addictive. Okay, so let's talk about cigarette. Okay, so how many packs do you smoke per day? Okay, I actually asked my friend. Okay, I have a few friends who smoke. They say at the very least they will smoke 6 per day. That's when he's really, really busy. He has no time for smoke. But realistically speaking, a smoker will averagely, at the very least, smoke half pack per day. Okay, half pack per day. That's like what? 1 pack per 2 days. Every 2 days you go through 1 pack. So every 2 days you spend 25 bucks on cigarette. Okay. Oh, okay. It might sound like a very small amount to you, but you put this in perspective. 1 week has 7 days. Okay, let's just assume 1 week is 6 days. Okay, 1 day you don't smoke. Okay, not really possible but okay let's not just count it. Okay, 1 month has 30 days, right? So every 2 days you go through 25 bucks. So you times 15. That's around like what, 300-400 ringgit. That's per month, per month 300-400 ringgit just on cigarette. It doesn't make you full. Okay, you don't eat, you can die, but this one you don't smoke, you won't die. It's just a stupid expensive hobby. Okay, so 400 bucks, let's just assume 400 bucks per month on cigarette. 1 year 12 months that's 4,800. Okay, that means 4,800 every year end you can bring your family to go on trips. Okay, you can bring them somewhere nice. Okay, this is why I seriously hate it when smokers say, oh, I have no money to bring my family to go travel. Dude, then you just stop smoking. How hard is it? Right? Why would you spend money to spoil your health? Okay, hey, smoking is like how you spend money to put rubbish into your lungs. Okay, it's like every day you cook, let's say you make dessert. Okay, every day you make dessert, you make 1 big pot of dessert, and then at the end of the day you ate none of it, you pour the whole thing away. You might say, sir, why do that? Exactly, why do that? Pointless, isn't it? Exactly the point. Would you spend 25 bucks every 2 days just so that you can put more poison into your lungs? Okay, I have smokers friend who tell me, why are you spending money on PC? Why are you spending money on computer games? That's a waste of money. And I look at him like, bruh, seriously? You are telling me I'm wasting my money? Really? Seriously? That's so bloody stupid. Okay, so spend money, buy cigarette to die faster. Yeah. Hey, the problem is if you smoke, you suddenly drop dead. That's a good thing. But what if you smoke, you get lung cancer? Okay, hey, lung cancer, you don't just die straight. You have to go for chemotherapy, you have to go for radiotherapy. Basically, you waste hundreds of thousands so that you can get rid of that cancer. Not only you are putting yourself into financial problem, you are pulling all your families together. Come, let's suffer together. You are freaking selfish, isn't it? That's why I rest my case. Smokers are all very selfish people. Change my mind. Okay, they are all selfish people. Okay, how about vape? Okay, let's talk about vape. Okay, you might say, sir, then how about vaping? How about vaping? Okay, let's talk about vaping. Okay, the concept of vaping, the concept of vaping is to, okay, you know how is vaping, what's the concept of vaping? They say, since cigarette has 5,000 chemicals, right? Since cigarette has 5,000 chemicals, right? And nicotine is the only one you need, right? Why not? Okay, why not? We take just the nicotine out and we put it in some vegetable oil and we heat it using electricity, changing it to smoke. So in that case, you only absorb that nicotine. You don't absorb all these other screwed up crap that you put into your lungs. Okay? So theoretically, you might say, hey, it sounds fine, sir. Since we cut out all these chemicals, we are only using nicotine. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing, right? Okay, here's the thing. Cigarette has been around for 100 years. We have many evidence to prove that cigarette will for sure cause cancer. Okay, talking about this cancer thing, did you know that the cigarette companies, they have lied to us for 30 years? That's why in the 1950s, 1960s, many people who smoke because they actually believe that cigarette is healthy. Because the cigarette companies, they say that this thing is coming from natural. How can this be dangerous? People actually believe them. And then only when the 70s and 80s come, scientists starts to do more research, they only found out that all this while, all these cigarette companies, they have been lying to us. Okay, so coming back to this vape. Okay, vape has only been around for, 10, 20 years. Is it damaging to our lungs or is it not? Is it better than cigarette or is it not? Nobody knows. It's still a very new technology. What if you vape for 20 years later, they tell you, oh, sorry, we just made a new research, found out that vape is actually worse than cigarette. Then only you start crying. Okay, so exactly. So you get my point. Okay, and theoretically speaking, I'm only taking the nicotine and put in vegetable oil, right? It doesn't have all these 5,000 chemicals, right? It's not going to harm my lungs, right? Wrong. Because you see, scientists actually found out that people who vape, when you heat that vegetable oil, the vegetable oil is actually called ethylene glycol. When you heat that ethylene glycol, it actually turns into something that annoys our lung. Okay, and the alveolus, they found out that people who vape, the alveolus started swelling. They started swelling and they developed a new disease never seen before. It's called a popcorn lung. You see, vaping is so safe, right? What's wrong with this now? What about this popcorn lung now? You see, new disease because it's a new technology. Okay, is nicotine poisonous? No, nicotine is not poisonous, but nicotine can cause blood clot. You see, here's the problem. Another problem with nicotine. Nicotine can cause your blood to clot, and when your blood clot inside your vessel, you get heart disease, you get stroke. And here's the thing. You see, people who smoke, after they finish one cigarette, they will throw it away. And then they will just go back to do what they do. Later, they come back again. But vape is not like that. Vape, you are 24/7 holding to that machine and you are vaping like all the time. So in the end, you actually get more nicotine than you need compared to normal cigarette. When you get more nicotine, you are going to make more addiction. So is it better than cigarette? I don't know. Hey, not to mention, the vaping machine, it runs on battery. And usually these battery, they are low-cost China-made battery. And as you know what happens to China-made battery, they will explode. Have you seen people vaping? Have you seen vapors who died because of exploding batteries? I have seen a few on the news. You see? Just because you think, oh, cigarette is more harmful, I'm gonna vape. Vape is safer. Well, that's what you think. Scientists, they say otherwise. Okay, you have the risk of explosion in your face. You are getting more nicotine. You are getting the vegetable oil and causing you popcorn lung. These are just a few diseases. What if next few years later there's more? Okay, so is vaping really better? I don't think so. Okay, and not to mention, guys, vape, there are very cheap vapes around. Cheap vapes, they don't even put legal chemicals inside. They might put some other illegal chemicals inside. Now you are getting worse chemical than real cigarette. So is it really better? No, it's not. Okay, hey, you think vape is cheap? Vape is not cheap though. Okay, so the best is not to smoke, right? If you ask me, sir, is smoking better or vaping better? It's like asking you, getting bit by a shark is more painful or getting bit by a crocodile is more painful? You get bit by neither. Okay, who is stupid enough to get bit by crocodile and get bit by a shark, and then you think, okay, I think shark bite is more painful? No, who is that stupid? Exactly. Who is willing to smoke and vape for 20 years? I think vape has more side effect. Dude, no. The best is not to smoke. Okay, end of story. You don't get anything. Okay, anyway, so effects, let's look at cigarette. Okay, they kill cells in your air passages such as your thorax, pharynx, epiglottis, larynx, bronchi, bronchial, alveoli. Basically, it kills all your cells inside your breathing, your breathing passage. Okay, so increase the production of mucus. You see, when you are putting so much rubbish into your lungs will respond by producing more mucus. It's like when you're in a very dusty area, you have a lot of mucus in your nose, right? Same thing. When you smoke, you're going to have a lot of mucus in your lungs. So this is why smokers, they cough. Okay, have you seen those smokers? They cough all the time and they will keep doing this. Okay, they have all this phlegm going around like all the time. Well, you have so much rubbish in your lungs. Are you even surprised? Okay, in your school, there will be cigarette smell. Yeah, exactly. Even your school also got, wow. You see, at secondary school, some people, they will smoke there. Okay, anyway, you get lung cancer, and of course, it blackens the lung. Okay, so lung cancer is the ultimate prize lah. This is the jackpot. Okay, you smoke long enough, you might one day hit this jackpot. Congratulations, good for you, lung cancer. Okay, so many people spitting phlegm. Yeah, exactly. And when you spit the phlegm, when the phlegm dries up, it becomes germs and it spreads around. You are making more people sick. Okay, stop spitting around. I mean, you want to smoke can lah, but stop spitting around lah. It's just very, very sakai lah, very, very uncivilized. Okay, please don't do that. Okay, anyway, next, your cigarette also has something called carbon monoxide. Okay, let's talk about this carbon monoxide. You know what is carbon monoxide? Carbon monoxide is a very poisonous gas. They have no smell, they have no taste. Okay, you won't know even if you get carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, what makes carbon monoxide so dangerous? Okay, last week we learned about hemoglobin, right? When hemoglobin combines with oxygen, they form oxyhemoglobin, right? Okay, here's the thing. Carbon monoxide, they will combine with hemoglobin and they will not let go. You see, hemoglobin, they take oxygen, they carry to your cell, they give oxygen to you. But carbon monoxide, they will clamp onto hemoglobin and they will not let go. So now your hemoglobin is occupied. Your hemoglobin cannot carry oxygen. This is how carbon monoxide poisoning happens. Because carbon monoxide and hemoglobin, they will form something. Please highlight this. Exam, they will ask. It's called carboxyhemoglobin. They shouldn't put cigarette beans inside school. They know you're going to smoke anyway, so that's what they put. Okay, so anyway, so your carboxyhemoglobin, this thing is very stable. So now you cannot carry oxygen. Cause a shortage of oxyhemoglobin in the blood that transport oxygen. The body cells are unable to produce required amount of energy. So this is how you get carbon monoxide poisoning. Do you know this is how people kill themselves? You know, some people commit suicide by burning charcoal. Have you heard this before? Some people, they kill themselves by shutting their rooms. They burn charcoal and then they just sit in the room and let themselves die. That is carbon monoxide poisoning. Or some people, they kill themselves by putting exhaust gas into their car. Okay, they start their car and then there's the exhaust pipe, right? They put a rubber pipe over there and then they link that rubber pipe back into their car. So they keep smelling the carbon monoxide and die. Okay, have you heard people telling you not to sleep in your car? You don't sleep in your car with the engine on, because when your engine is on, your engine is going to produce carbon monoxide. So when the carbon monoxide comes into your aircon, when you smell that carbon monoxide, you're going to get carbon monoxide poisoning, you're going to die. Okay, so when you are smoking, you are purposefully putting carbon monoxide into your body. Okay, the gas, yeah, exactly. I think you refer to the 3 Malay girls one. Okay, these 3 Malay girls, they sleep in the car. When they woke up, they are already coma in the hospital. I think they didn't die. 3 of them didn't die because they slept in the car. They 3 got carbon monoxide poisoning, and luckily they slept. They parked their car in a petrol station. They slept there, and the petrol station employee, they found out that they went unconscious. They actually pry open their door and pull them out. Okay, they almost died inside the car. So carbon monoxide is real, guys. Okay, how do you know you get carbon monoxide poisoning? You won't know. There's only one symptom where you feel lightheaded. You feel very dizzy and lightheaded, and you can't really breathe very well. You start to hallucinate, and you feel really sleepy. That's one of the sign of you are getting carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, so people who are smoking, they get carbon monoxide poisoning all the time. They are slowly poisoning themselves with carbon monoxide. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, some people like the smell of petrol. I do. I know it sounds weird. Okay, anyway, next one, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. These are acidic gases. Okay, so as you know, what will acid do to us? They will corrode our lungs. So when you smoke, these 2 things, they will go into our lungs, they will corrode our lung lining. And if you corrode your lungs enough, you will cause some kind of allergy. You will cause some kind of swelling. I'll talk about that later. So these are poisonous gases, acidic gases. These 2 will cause acid rain. If you learn your geography, sulfur dioxide will form sulfuric acid, nitrogen dioxide will form nitric acid, and then when they fall as rain, they become acid rain. Okay, so they cause breathing difficulty and so on. Okay, and of course, haze, dust, and pollen. Okay, not everyone is allergic to this. Okay, but if you have like asthma, if you're born with asthma, then you are very sensitive to haze, dust, and pollen. Okay, like normal people even if they inhale haze, dust, and pollen a little bit, they are okay. But haze and dust, I'm sure you know what haze is. Okay, this is what our neighbor Indonesia has been giving us all the time. Okay, so if your country is full of haze and dust, okay, that means your country's air quality is not good. Okay, because they come from motor vehicle, they come from open burning, forest fire. Hey, Indonesia do this every year. Okay, and of course pollen. You must say, sir, pollen is from flower. How can it be harmful? Some people, they are allergic to it. That's all. Okay, especially if you have like asthma problem, this thing is gonna cause you to have asthma attack. So like me, I'm okay with pollen. I'm not okay with dust. If my room is dusty, and then I won't stop sneezing already. Okay, my nose is very sensitive to dust. Okay, so it depends on how your body is like. Okay, so our focus here will be cigarette smoke and carbon monoxide. These two is our focus. Or same with your cis. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at the diseases. Okay, all these diseases are lung diseases. Of course, you have COVID-19. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, because that's an infection. Okay, asthma. Okay, the symptom you no need to memorize because all lungs, they have the same symptom. You see, shortness of breath, shortness of breath, shortness of breath, shortness of breath. Okay, or coughing. Okay, when you get COVID, you get shortness of breath. Basically, any lung disease, you get shortness of breath. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? Okay, anyway, so what is asthma? Asthma, like I said, is when your bronchiole will close by itself. Okay, I mentioned this in the first week. All these bronchiole, they will suddenly just close, and you suddenly cut off your air supply. There's no air going to your alveolus. That's why you suddenly suffocate. So that's what happens when you have asthma. Okay, asthma is born. You're born with asthma. But don't worry, as long as you keep exercising, as long as you get stronger, the asthma will cure by itself. Okay, and of course, next, bronchitis. Okay, what is bronchitis? Remember, I told you just now, when you inhale these acidic gases, you will make your lungs swell. Okay, your lungs will bengkak. So this is bronchitis. All right, so whenever you see the word itis, it means swelling. Do you know this? Do you know this? Whenever you see the word itis means swelling. Okay, what is gastritis? Guys, it's not called gastric. Gastric is your stomach. The disease is called gastritis. That means the swelling of your stomach. Okay, gastritis. Dermatitis. I'm sure in chapter 1, when you learn about the skin, you know the skin is called epidermis and dermis, right? So what is dermatitis? That means the swelling of your skin. You have some rashes on your skin. So dermatitis. Okay, so many titis. You have appendicitis. That's the swelling of the appendix. Your mom tell you not to jump around after you eat because you will get conjunctivitis. Yes, okay. Meningitis, the swelling of your brain. Okay, conjunctivitis is the swelling of your conjunctiva of your eyes. Okay, and of course you have tonsillitis. You know it's tonsil. You know it's tonsil. Whenever you get fever, you go to the doctor will take a stick and ask you to go open your mouth and go ah. Okay, they will ask you. They will try to look at your tonsil. Because if your tonsil is swollen, that means you have some infection. It's called tonsillitis. Okay, whatever itis means swelling lah. So bronchitis, what is bronch? Bronch is your bronchus lah. Okay, all these bronchus and bronchiole lah, all these. So if it's swelling here, then it's called bronchitis. Okay, so how do you get bronchitis? Is when you irritate your lungs enough lah. When you keep smoking. Okay, so it's the inflammation of the bronchus caused by tar, irritants, and cigarette smoke. Okay, some people they have it, some people they don't. Okay, now here's the thing. You might say, sir, how come I see some people they smoke like 2 packs per day? They still don't get bronchitis one. But how come some people they smell secondhand smoke, they will get bronchitis? It's like me asking you lah, lung cancer, you think some people smoke they get lung cancer, man? You see some people they smoke until they are 80, they still don't get lung cancer. But some people, they smoke for 10 years, 50 years old, they get lung cancer already. So this is a very individual thing. It depends on your luck lah. Okay, if you are born with very good genetic, you are not a very cancer-prone person, then good for you lah. But if you are a very unlucky person, you are born with very sensitive gene that you will get cancer, then sorry, sucks to be you lah. Okay, so anyway, so bronchitis, not everyone will get it. Okay, but it's mostly caused by cigarette. When you smoke a lot. Like seriously a lot, like you smoke like 2-3 packs per day. But if you smoke 2-3 packs per day, seriously guys, I wouldn't worry about bronchitis. I'll worry about your wallet more. Seriously, 2-3 packs per day. I will worry about your family more. Okay. Anyway, so what is emphysema? Okay, emphysema is remember I told you when you smoke a lot, your alveolus will start dying. Okay, when you smoke a lot, your alveolus will start dying. This is why smokers, they have very bad stamina, right? You ask a smoker to climb stairs, they will die. Okay, they will collapse. You ask them to go Merentas Desa, if you ajak your smoker friend go jogging, as in a serious smoker, they cannot jog one. Okay, even you jog like 2 rounds around the taman, they're like, please stop, I'm going to die. Okay, because you see their alveolus is all gone. Okay, the alveolus is all gone. If your alveolus is gone to a point that you cannot even walk, okay, your alveolus is so destroyed that you don't even get enough surface area for gaseous exchange, that is a disease called emphysema. Okay, so the alveoli in the lungs damaged by harmful substances in air such as irritant and cigarette smoke. A serious emphysema, as in very serious emphysema, their lungs are so weak, they can only lie down. They cannot even sit up straight and stand up. Even by standing up, by getting a cup of water, they are panting already. They're like, it's like they run 10 rounds around the field already. That's the advanced stage of emphysema. Okay, to be fair guys, I'm actually very amazed by emphysema because long before you get emphysema, you would already get lung cancer. I mean, if you smoke for like 30, 40 years, you haven't even get lung cancer, but you get emphysema. Wow, you know what? Good for you. Okay, your lungs are very healthy to a point that you don't even get lung cancer. You straight away get emphysema. That's why you don't see emphysema a lot. You might say, sir, I've not seen this disease before. Neither have I. Because most smokers I know, they get lung cancer. Okay, they all get lung cancer. By 60, 70, 60 years old, 70 years old, they already get lung cancer. It depends on how serious it is. Okay, sometimes if they're lucky, they found their lung cancer at the 2nd stage. Or maybe they can still go for chemo and radio to get rid of the cancer. Some, they smoke for 30 years. Suddenly they feel pain in their lungs. Okay, they cough out blood. They go for checking. Oh, sorry, stage 4. If you got stage 4 lung cancer, most likely you are dead. Okay. Yes, Boss level disease, exactly. If you get stage 4, the doctor will just tell you, you can come for chemo and radio but if you got anything you want to do, go and do them because you do not have long, you do not have a lot of time left. Okay, so that's why I say don't smoke. Okay, anyway, so that's your lung cancer. All right, so let's look at the effect of smoking on lungs. Okay, in this chapter, you will do this experiment. It's a very simple experiment. It's by demonstrating how bad cigarette smoke is. I know Chadwick Boseman. Okay, he died because of colon cancer. Okay, that's a sad case. Okay, what is carcinogen? Carcinogen is things that cause cancer. Where is it? Where's the carcinogen? There carcinogen. Oh, carcinogen in Mandarin is called 致癌物, things that cause cancer, like sunlight, the UV light. If you get UV ultraviolet from the sun, if you don't put sunscreen, that's a carcinogen. Okay, cigarette smoke is a carcinogen. Radiation is a carcinogen. Okay, how will a person get colon cancer? Okay, here's the thing, guys. Cancer is multi-factor. You could get it because your parents have it. You could get it because of genetic. You could get it because of radiation. Many factors. Okay, some people they don't get it because they're lucky. Some people they get it because they're unlucky. So there's no way to tell. All right, anyway, so let's look at this experiment. So what will you see in this experiment? I want you to take note here. There will be a thermometer here. Please draw one here. Okay, this diagram, they actually cut out the thermometer already. So I want you to take note of three things. Number one is the thermometer. Number two is the cotton. Number three is this indicator. Okay, you remember last year you learned acid and alkaline. You use indicator, right? The water will change color when it's acidic and alkaline, right? So that's an indicator. So what happens here? This is like a smoking machine. So they will smoke, okay, and then you will notice three things. Okay, when you look at the thermometer, okay, the temperature will increase. Why? Because cigarette smoke is hot. Okay, so how is this thing going to affect your lungs? When your smoke is hot, when your lungs is hot, your gaseous exchange is less efficient. There's less gaseous exchange when your lung is hot. That's why your lungs needs to stay cool. Okay, so when your lungs is hot, there's less oxygen being absorbed. So that's why you get shortness of breath. Okay, next, the glass wool, this cotton wool, originally this thing should be white, and then this thing will turn yellowish brown. Because why? Because your cigarette has tar. Tar will blacken your lungs. And of course, the last one, your litmus solution will change color. Why? Because acidic, the cigarette smoke is acidic. It will corrode your lung tissue. So three things you should notice. Okay, cigarette smoke is hot. Cigarette smoke has tar. Cigarette smoke is acidic. Now they will ask you, what does each of this mean in your experiment? This is a very simple experiment. Okay, really simple stuff. So I'll leave it up to you to read this experiment. It's really self-explanatory, nothing really much here. Okay, so let's go into our exercise, shall we? Okay, so many grandpa story to tell you today. Okay, when it comes to lungs and the heart, next chapter, there's even more story to tell you. Okay, because next chapter is when we learn about our heart. Oh, I have a lot of story to tell. Okay, that's what happens when your friends are all doctors. Okay, like I said, I have at least 10 friends who are doctors. Okay, and there's two or three dentists, I think. Okay, they tell me all kinds of stories while they are in hospital. Next chapter, I'll share with you. Okay, there's a lot of stories to tell. Okay, anyway, so let's look at our exercise. Let's go to question 10. Okay, there are not much exercise for this chapter for this week because last week was the important one. Last week we finished all these, remember? All these are the important ones. Okay, so you know what? That's the important one. Today, let's do something light. Okay, so the exact same experiment. Okay, you have your thermometer here. Okay, you have your cotton here, and you have your hydrogen carbonate. You might say, sir, what is this? Okay, don't care lah. You just have to know they will change color to show that your cigarette smoke is acidic. That's all. All right, so the cotton wool turns blackish yellow. Inference means to explain why. Because cigarette smoke contains asap rokok mengandungi tar. Okay, tar, the tar you put on your road. All right, about this tar, the tar will kill all your hair in your lungs. You know what's the hair? I told you this last week, right? Or last week, your trachea, okay, throughout your whole digestive tract, you have hair to act like filters, right? You have hair around here. So when you smoke, the tar is going to kill all the hair here. So you are basically ruining your filter. You are spoiling your filter. And you know all these hair, they are really very important, because when you have a lot of mucus in your lungs, the hair will sweep the mucus out to your throat. That's why when you are in a dusty area, you get a lot of phlegm in your throat. So you can either swallow them or you spit them out. But you see, smokers, they have a lot of phlegm, they have a lot of mucus here, but the hair doesn't work. So they cannot sweep the mucus out. So what they do? They cough lah. That's why you have something called a smoker's cough. They will try to cough this mucus out because their hair is not working already. Okay, that's the reason why. That's why they cough a lot. Okay, smokers, they cough a lot. As in those advanced smoker, okay, like my father-in-law is an advanced smoker. Okay, my wife's father. Okay, very serious smoker. We cannot get him to stop smoking. Okay, basically he's a very selfish person lah. Okay, so he doesn't stop smoking. So every day you hear him cough. Okay, luckily I don't stay with him. Basically, you hear him cough like all the time daily. All right, so anyway, so the color of the hydrogen carbonate indicator changed from red to yellow. This thing changes color. Okay, that means cigarette smoke is acidic. Asap rokok adalah beracid. I'm just writing short form here, guys. I don't want to copy this cigarette smoke again. That's why I put 2 dots there, okay, to keep my answer short. Okay, next, temperature increase. Okay, why is temperature increasing? Cigarette smoke is hot or has high temperature. Okay, asap rokok adalah panas. Okay, so they contain tar, they are acidic, they are hot. These 3 are not very good criteria for your lungs. Your lungs are not very happy like that. Okay, show you a picture of healthy lungs. Okay, do you know healthy lungs? They look like this. There. Okay, I know it looks very disgusting, but healthy lungs, they look very elastic. Can you see? It's like a very flexible balloon. So if you don't smoke, your lungs is gonna look like this. Okay, very pinkish, healthy, and red. Okay, so your lungs will look like this. I mean, if you smoke, then your lungs will look black lah. Well, obviously. Anyway, so B, what is the part of the respiratory system represented by the cotton wool? So this is representing who? So this is representing your lungs lah. Okay, I just show you that just now. Okay, your lungs. Your lung is supposed to look clean. Okay, that's why it's white in the beginning. All right, so C, give 2 harmful effects of cigarette smoke on the lungs based on the observation of the experiment. So based on your observation, what are the 2 harmful effects? So you can say number 1, okay, the acid corrodes lung tissue. Okay, acid mengakiskan tissue paru. Okay, so that will corrode your tissue. What else? You can say tar kills lung tissue. Okay, tar membunuh tissue paru. All right, if you want to say about the temperature one, you can say high temperature reduce gaseous exchange efficiency, mengurangkan kecekapan pertukaran gas. That means your pertukaran gas is not very effective because it's hot. Okay, it's like you are breathing in a hot room lah. Have you tried this before? Have you tried breathing in a very warm room? It doesn't feel comfortable. It's like you cannot get enough air. But when you are in an aircon room, when the air is cold, breathing feels much more comfortable. That's the reason, because hot air is not very efficient in gaseous exchange. All right, so D, take the disease of the respiratory system caused by cigarette smoke. All right, your bronchitis, asthma, you can cause it too, lung cancer, emphysema. Not diabetes, diabetes is caused by sugar. Anemia is, it's anemia? Anemia is when you don't have enough hemoglobin. Okay, when your red blood cell, there's something wrong, you have not enough of it, then that's anemia. All right, so E, A passive smoker will experience the similar effect as an active smoker. Do you agree with this opinion? Justify. Yes. Okay, if you are near a smoker, you are smelling their smoke, and then you are a passive smoker, you experience the similar effect. Okay, why? Okay, because cigarette smoke, okay, cigarette smoke contains the same substance in a cigarette. Okay, as in a cigarette, sorry. Okay, so asap rokok mengandungi bahan yang sama dengan rokok. Okay, that means the smoke and the cigarette has the same substance. Okay, so inhaling cigarette smoke has the same effect as smoking. Okay, menghidu asap rokok mempunyai kesan yang sama dengan merokok. Okay, that means you smoke and you smell the smoke, it's the same effect. People born with anemia, some people they are born with it, yes. Okay, see, depends on what's the reason lah. You could genetically have anemia, okay, or it's just a lack of diet. Maybe you didn't eat enough vegetable or iron. That's why you lack red blood cell. All right, so 3 marks here. Okay, really simple. Okay, because cigarette smoke, let me repeat the answer. Cigarette smoke is the same as cigarette. When you smell cigarette smoke, it has the same effect as smoking. Okay, so secondhand smoke is same if not worse. Okay, so try to get away from smokers. But sometimes you can't stop them. In Malaysia, we are not very strict with this smoking rule. Okay, yes, we have a law saying that you cannot smoke in restaurants. But do you think people care? No, you go mama, they just sit there and smoke one. Even the police, they do the same. This is why you go to Singapore, you will know how seriously they take smoking law. No smoking means no smoking. I think I told you this story before, right? That it was so ridiculous. Okay, in Singapore, there's a smoking zone. Okay, there's a smoking box there. You have to stand inside the box to smoke. Okay, there was a case, this guy, he had one leg stepping out of the box because the box is too full. He cannot fit inside. So he put one leg in the box, put one leg outside the box, and he smoked. He still got a saman, 300 Sing dollars saman. Why? Because technically you are wrong. One of your leg is outside the box. You are wrong. In Singapore, law means law. If the highway there says 90, you go above the speed limit, let's say you are 91, technically you are still wrong. That's why Singapore, there's discipline everywhere. Malaysia, our law is for decoration one. Okay, you go mamak there, there's a big sign there, dilarang merokok, denda 500. You think people give a shit? No. No. That board is for decoration one. Okay, just to make ourselves feel better. Same goes to spitting, same goes to membuang sampah lah. Dilarang membuang sampah, that freaking board down there is sampah already. Okay, that's why Malaysia we suck lah. We really suck compared to Singapore. Anyway, so SMK Sri Rampai organized Stop Smoking campaign. During the campaign, the speaker showed a picture as shown. So obviously this fellow is smoking. Name one substance in cigarette smoke that blackens the lung. Okay, that's your tar. Okay, identify the passive smoker. So that's gonna be R and Q. Explain your answer. Okay, so they are not smokers, but inhaling cigarette smoke. Okay, they don't smoke themselves. Okay, mereka bukan perokok tetapi menghidu asap rokok. Now, so as long as you are smelling someone smoke is a sec, then that you are a passive smoker. All right, like I said, there's something called third-hand smoke. It will hide within your on your furniture surface, on your mattress, on your sofa, on your curtain. Your curtain is made from fabric, right? So they will hide there. Okay, so that's what makes your third-hand smoke lah. Okay, so next B. The speaker show the comparison of the surface area of alveolus between smoker and non-smoker. As we can see, smoker, the alveolus is only half of a non-smoker. That's why I say smoker, they cannot exercise one. Hey, something I cannot understand. Next time you go to the gym, you know what I say. You see people going to the gym. Okay, why do we go to the gym? You go to the gym to make yourself healthier, isn't it? You lift weight, you run to make yourself healthier. But my gym very funny one. You go to any gym, after they finish their gym, they will stand outside and then they will start smoking. What? It's like, why are you even wasting money to come here to make yourself better and you're gonna spoil yourself later? What's the point? Okay, I seriously don't understand. Okay, anyway, explain the effect of smoking on the surface area. Okay, it's gonna reduce the total surface area, mengurangkan luas permukaan. Okay, why? Because cigarette smoke, okay, will spoil your alveolus. Okay, merosakkan alveolus. So number of alveolus decrease. Okay, jumlah alveolus menurun. Balance. Balance. Okay, lo. That means Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I go and rob people lah. Then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I go to the church. Okay. Okay. Today I rob people. Tomorrow I go and ask forgiveness from Jesus. Next day I go and rob again. I go and burn people's house. I go and rape people. And next day I ask for forgiveness again. Sorry, Jesus, I've sinned. Okay, basically it sounds like that. It's so stupid. Okay, what the hell? Okay, anyway, so you know what, I think I'm gonna stop here lah. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop. Why, Ariana, why are you here? Why are you so late? Okay, anyway, so you know what, I think I'm gonna stop here. Next week we shall go into a very annoying part, because not only we are learning humans, next week we are learning about the frogs, the grasshopper, and the fishes. Okay, I hate teaching this part because it's so annoying. Okay, anyway, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop here lah. So thanks for coming. Hope you have a happy Friday. Okay, have a happy weekend. I shall see you at the same time next week. All right, so good night, everyone. See you and good night. Bye-bye.